Okay, wow, congratulations. You're at month 10 of Cleopatra, our mystery quilt for 2015. And this is our 10th block, Ardiya. And it is a beautiful star in a star block. Very straightforward and fast block to make. You're going to make 4 flying geese using the 4 at a time method. Of 2 different sizes. 4 of your flying geese are going to finish at 1.5 by 3 finished, and the other flying geese finish at 3 by 6. So if you have the block lock rulers, 3 by 6 finished and 1.5 by 3 finished, they will really help you out with this block and make it very fast. To make the 4 flying geese at a time, you're going to take 1 big square, put 2 small squares overlapping on top of it. Go ahead and use your magic wand to draw 2 lines down the center, a 1/4 inch from the center of those 3 blocks. And then you're going to stitch on your drawn lines and cut that apart. When you cut that apart, that gives you, well, it'll look like that after you stitch it. You're going to cut that apart, and that will give you 2 of these pieces. Add a 3rd square onto those pieces. Stitch again a 1/4 inch from the center and cut down the middle, and that will give you 2 oversized flying geese that look like these. And then you're going to take your flying geese ruler and square those up. Okay, so you'll have 4 for the center, and then add a cornerstone on those, and same thing out here. There's 4 flying geese and a cornerstone. Really fast block to put together. So that's called Ardiya. Our other block this month, you have a choice. You can make it with Y seams, like this block here. And you can see there's not very many seams in it. And then, or you can choose to make it like this block here, which is a lot of flying geese and half square triangles and 2-inch blocks. A beautiful block. Either one actually takes a lot of time. There's a little more piecing in this one, but this one takes a little more time because of the Y seams. And I'll do a quick demonstration on Y seams for you. This block is called Cyrus the Great. Depending on which way you chose to piece it, you have 2 different patterns. So one is set up to do more piecing and flying geese, and then the other is set up for you to use Y seams. I'll just do a quick demo here for the Y seams. You're going to take 2 strips of fabric and take your quilter's quarter marker and trim the edge off on both of those. If you put them right sides together and trim this edge and then this edge, it will give you your opposites that you need to make this shape here. So you're going to have that shape there, and then you'll have a triangle. In the pattern, I have you stitch this side together first. If you mark all your points using your quilter's quarter marker, this will be a much simpler task for you. So I mark the corner here, 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 and those 4 spots there too, using my quilter's quarter marker and a pencil, and I mark those on the wrong sides of the fabric. Then I'm going to stitch from this point to this point, and I start out using a stitch length of 0 and just do 1 or 2 stitches in place right there. And then I slowly move up to about 1.5 or 1.8, stitch all the way to right about here at about 1.8, and then I go back down 1.8, 1.5, 1.3, and finish on my little mark again at a 0 stitch. Then I'm going to open that up, and I'm going to press that seam over to my left over here so that it's out of my way. And then I'm going to take my triangle, which I have also previously marked. Here's my dot, and I'm going to line that up perfectly here. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to stitch using tiny stitches right here to right there. And then all I have to do is rotate this just a little bit. It'll get my 2 seams out of my way. I can line this up just perfect as I rotate that right around, line those 2 up, and again I can stitch from here to here, tiny stitches at the beginning and the end of that seam, and when I'm done, when I open that up, I will have a perfect Y seam. And when I'm done, if I go ahead and press these seams all in the same direction, it will form a perfect little perfect little flat seam on the back of this. A little swirl, that's what I call it. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. So there forms a perfect swirl in the back, and I will have a nice flat spot where those 3 seams came together. So I'll have a nice flat Y seam. Perfect. There you go. Just take slow and steady. And if you have any questions, come on in and stitch them here. Thanks very much.